back for the second. They're going to kick off. Obviously, they have switched sides of the pitch. I will share something, actually. One of the Australian players said to me during the halftime break, when we complimented their defense, he did say to me it'll be even more impressive in the second half if we can maintain it without subs. So, obviously, even the Australians are worried about how fatigue will affect their performance. They now start off attacking. The ball has been kicked back into their side of the field. Lebanese pressure now being put on. I'm assuming that the most obvious message that was said to the Lebanese was to execute their attack a bit better, as well as strengthen the core of their defense. All right, the Australians have kicked into the Lebanese half. The right-wing Australian player does have it. It looks like it is captured. The Lebanese player has put pressure on, and it has been cleared by a Lebanese player. It looks like it will be an Australian corner, a prime opportunity for the Australians. On the sideline there, we do have the Australian coach. What he said to his team at halftime, perhaps let's go quickly find it. So I just got word, ladies and gentlemen, he will be attending to us soon. All right, the Australian corner is about to happen. They kick it. Will this be it? Looks like it has been cleared, ladies and gentlemen. The Lebanese midfielder does have it. He's running fast, but he's been caught up by the Australian. He's managed to outrun him. He's kicked to the left-wing striker. What will the striker do? My assumption is chip it into the middle. That is the only option. He chips, but it's headed by an Australian. But the Lebanese still have it close to the Australian goal. What will they do? He kicks it back. Unfortunately, it's been missed. Lebanon has lost its momentum. They kick up, but ladies and gentlemen, that actually did look very close to us, but it was a bit wide. I'm also going to assume the wind had something to do with that. The wind is a persistent force here today. The Australian coach is about to come join us now, ladies and gentlemen. Two minutes? That's all we need. No 2 minutes, 5 seconds, just the 2 minutes. All right. First off, I think a huge congratulations needs to be said about the Australian defence. It's very impressive. But how will fatigue? How do you think fatigue will affect the performance in the second half?
Definitely could come into play. It's a hot day, and the lads obviously we have only got the 11. We don't have any subs.
Yeah.
It depends on. The guys are very well organised. They've tended to go down the flanks a lot, which has probably helped us. Well, it's exposed us, but it's also helped us a little bit. They haven't been played through too much through the middle, so that's kind of helped us a little bit. That's conserved our centre backs to some extent. So if they carry on doing that like that now, there you go.
Lebanese momentum, but it's been cleared by the Australians.
Yeah, so we. I think we're kind of holding out, I think, and then waiting to hit them on the counter. We've had a few good chances ourselves. We just need one of those to go in, and we can settle the game. And just obviously these guys have played a lot together, and they've got a lot of. They're very well organised, and with our captain Sam playing like a holding midfielder, just orchestrating play and linking our defence to attack. So. Yeah, so far so good, but could fatigue no doubt.
I will ask one more question before you go back to your post. Would trying to keep it at a draw and going to the penalty shootouts be an effective strategy? Because obviously
it worked last year. We won our semi and final.
Because obviously the Australian defence is very strong.
Yeah.
Would it be an idea to just
manage
the Lebanese onslaught and just go to the penalties?
No, I don't think so. I think we are going to try, and I had a bit of chat at half time to play the through balls. We've exposed them a few times by playing a few through balls. I think we've kind of exposed their centre backs a couple of times. So if we can pinch a goal, definitely, and then I think we'll look to then just play it out. Yeah, 1-0 win, we'll be happy with that. Yeah.
Good luck to you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Australian coach. It looks like Australia will be going for the goal. Good luck to them. I imagine they are extremely, extremely tired. So they are now in the Lebanese half, but it is caught by the Lebanese goalkeeper. Will he kick? No, he rolls it to one of his defenders. The Lebanese have it. All right, it is anybody's ball at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a very good opportunity for the Lebanese. They did beat the Australian defense, so much so that the Australian goalkeeper had to come sprinting out of his box to clear the ball. The Lebanese have the ball. They're running down the left-hand side, but it's cleared by an Australian. Has been kicked back to the Lebanese goalkeeper. The Lebanese have subbed their goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman is wearing all black compared to the gentleman from the first half who did have some green on his jersey. I will say this, it's not very common for goalkeepers to be subbed. Despite the importance of their position, obviously they do not run around as much as strikers, for example. All right, we are in the Lebanese box. A Lebanese defender is running with it. He is being chased by an Australian. The Australian is very fast, but the Lebanese manages to clear it. He kicks to his to one of the strikers, but there's nobody in the middle to meet him. It is easily intercepted by the Australians. All right. The Lebanese goalkeeper has run out of his box to take the ball. This goalkeeper has run out of the box a couple times, actually. He's going to need to be very careful with that, because a goalkeeper running out of box, ideally it is not something you want to do often. It can be very dangerous if something goes wrong, and it could result in a goal for the opponent. All right, the Lebanese have it. He chips into the middle, but it's easily fended away by the Australian, but the Lebanese have it. They are now in the Australian half, but Australian defense has once again really put the pressure on the Lebanese. I'd also like to remind all viewers that the Australian team and the Lebanese team have actually been two of the highest goal-scoring teams in the tournament. A Lebanese player has gone down. The ref has not stopped the match. It is clear he isn't injured. He is getting back up, though. No action was done by the ref. Is he going to blow his whistle? No, he is just having a word with the player. The Lebanese goalkeeper has it. As I was saying just now, the Australian teams and the Lebanese teams, the Australian team and the Lebanese team have been the highest goal scorers in the tournament so far. Australia did score 9 against Indonesia. Lebanon did score 6 against Egypt. So they have both had thumping victories so far. So it's really a testament to the quality of both these teams that they have not been able to break each other's barriers. The Australians have had much better opportunities than the Lebanese so far, though. Okay, the Lebanese have it. They are running up. They are just passing down. They're doing a lot of chip work. The Lebanese has it. He's in the box. There's no man on him. He takes a shot. Fantastic goalkeeping by the Australian goalkeeper. Fantastic. He saved that goal by the fingertips on his hands. For full credit to him, but it looks like the Lebanese are now taking more opportunities. They're passing a bit more. They're stretching out the Australians. They are getting past the Australian defense a bit easier now. This is the fatigue I mentioned. It does look like the Australians the Lebanese will be bringing on some subs. If that is the case, the Australians will have their work cut out for them. Very close opportunity by the Australians. It went past the keeper. The issue was that it did not quite go into the goal. It was a bit wide. We could see the frustration of the Australian coach as that happened. He did put his hands on his head. Okay, thrown in by the Australian. He passes. Lebanese defense does seem like it's strengthened up its core. The Australians really are now struggling to get past. Whatever the Lebanese a very skillful intercept and a very skilled run. So, will he chip into the center? He has got a man on. What will he do? bit wide, ladies and gentlemen, but as I'm saying, the Lebanese really are starting to gain somehow even more momentum than they did in the past. Fatigue must be setting in on the Australians. Playing 2 90-minute games on a day as hot as this is not easy at all. So full credit that they have managed to stick into this contest for as long as they have. What will happen, we're going to have to wait and see. I am starting to believe myself that the possibility of a penalty shootout is becoming more and more because these teams are both playing such fantastic defense. The Lebanese have taken it from the Australians. They passed to the goalkeeper. That was a bit of a dangerous pass as an Australian striker was right next to the goalkeeper. Thankfully, the goalkeeper was able to get to it first. The whistle has been blown by the ref. What? Let's see. It is a bit unclear why he blew his whistle from here, ladies and gentlemen, but the Lebanese seem to have the ball, so it would be a Lebanese penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, Kylie Wilkinson, the member for East Hills, has just shown up to watch the game. She is obviously very well known in this area. She is well known to the community, and she always strives to attend community events such as this. So we are joined by State MP Kylie Wilkinson. All right, the Australians have it in the middle. They par. All right. Their passes aren't as deep and penetrating as they were before. That was actually a tad sloppy on behalf of the Australian player. He did a no-look pass, assuming his teammate was going to be there, but all it did was find the touchline. All right, so it's a Lebanese ball deep in their half. Okay, the Lebanese does a powerful throw. Will it be? It's caught by the Lebanese. He does a powerful kick to the Australian goalkeeper. The Australian goalkeeper had to run out of his box to save that goal, as that was perhaps the best opportunity the Lebanese have had so far. But you know what? They have done cross-field kicks to that end of the field. I'm pointing to the left wing on the Lebanese side a couple times. So now the Australians are anticipating it. So they will need to find something new now. If they have anything else in their bag of tricks, now is the time for the Lebanese to pull it out. All right. Oh, that ball nearly caught the referee. That's also something to look out for, ladies and gentlemen. The referee, if the referee is hit, it is actually not the fault of the referee, regardless of the circumstance. It is universally considered that it is the player's job to avoid the referee. So regardless if the ball hit the referee, it would make no impact. All right, the wind is starting to get stronger, ladies and gentlemen. As a result, it is bringing the heat down, actually. I would say it is maybe closer now to 23, 24 degrees now. All right, it is. The Australians are doing a throw-in on the Lebanese end. He chips to the middle, but it's caught by the Lebanese keeper. He rolls it. What will this player? He rolls it to his teammate. Oh, but it bounces off the foot of an Australian who's able to stop the momentum of the Lebanese. One of the Australian players fell a bit of a funny fall, if you ask me. Offside. As a result, the Lebanese player did not contest it. He just handed it straight to the Australians. Will they get a penalty? Of course not, because the Lebanese player recognized that he was offside and stopped before pursuing the ball. Okay, it's crossed into the middle, but it's headed by a Lebanese player. We have seen a lot of crosses, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the only way each team recognizes they're going to beat the opponent's defense. Oh, Lebanese player is tripped by an Australian, but it is not a foul. Another kick, but it is chipped straight into an Australian player. All right. The Australians now seem to be gaining a bit of momentum. Oof, a trip The Australian players, there has been 3 tripped Australian players in the last minute or so, ladies and gentlemen. Not from slide tackles, but just from, I suppose, the pressure of it. It is kicked to a Lebanese. What will he do? Will he chip into the middle? Oh, he chips. Oh, but it bounces out, ladies and gentlemen. This wind is really starting to have an impact on the players. I will say this, he did wait quite a while before chipping it in into the middle. He got far too close to the goalie's end. I think key is they need to recognize the impact that wind will have, and at the same time not chip it so close to the goalie's line. The sooner they do it, the better. Even if it's not the most comfortable, they also have to keep in mind that the Australian defense won't be at its most comfortable position as well. There seems to be some allegations of a handball. Nevertheless, play continues by the kick of the Australian goalkeeper. It's a foot race, and the Australian wins the foot race. All right, the Lebanese have it in the Australian half. Can they penetrate the defense? Sloppy kick, ladies and gentlemen, from the Lebanese midfielder. He kicked it straight to no one in particular. As a result, it just bounced off an Australian defender back into the middle of the field. Okay, it's chipped up. No, keep going. What will the Lebanese play? Up. And up. As we can hear, we are hearing some obscenities from the Lebanese. Thankfully, it is in Arabic, ladies and gentlemen. I will not translate that one for you. It looks like an Australian player has been injured and that there was an allegation of handball against the Australians. As mentioned, if the Australians lose a player, they have no subs, which means they will be a man down, which will be perhaps the worst possible outcome for them at this point in the game. The Australian coach, it is not looking good. The Australian coach has had to run onto the pitch for fear. The Australian player does not seem to have moved. It looks like a cramp from what I've seen, but there is a potential that it's even worse. I have not seen subs come on for the Lebanese team, so it looks like I'll be honest, I don't know what the Lebanese coach is waiting for. If I was the coach, now would be the prime time to bring on the subs. Obviously, there is very strong fatigue setting in. The players are cramping. They are not having fun out there anymore, I'll say. As much as they love soccer, their bodies really, really must be going through pain right now. What is going on? There seems to be a horde of Australian players near the goal. The goalkeeper seems to be talking. It's a Lebanese goal. He's going to chip. A very lousy chip, ladies and gentlemen, straight to an Australian who clears the ball. Just like that, the momentum has been ruined. The Lebanese are trying to get it back, but very effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that obscenity. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we did have an obscenity, but we will move on. All right. That's an Australian ball. All right. The Australians are going to have to keep composed if they're going to beat this, what seems to be increasingly frustrated Lebanese team. More allegations of a handball, but we move on. The Lebanese have it. Once again, the Lebanese do have the momentum intact, but the Australian defense is really holding it. Oh! An excellent catch by the Australian goalkeeper. Excellent. It was a cross kick from the Lebanese goalkeeper, but Australian goal by the Lebanese attacker, I should say, but the Australian goalkeeper handled it perfectly. Okay, thrown in by the Lebanese. There has been many allegations of handball. Oof. We now see the frustration coming out in the Lebanese. They have had many attacking opportunities. They have not been able to capitalize on them. You can imagine the frustration that they are feeling. Obviously, it will affect them mentally, I would say. Perhaps give them a bit of a mental block whether they can beat this Australian defense. Lebanon did win their semi-final match against Qatar in penalty shootouts. I believe now they are aiming for the penalty shootouts. Their goalkeeper had a lot of success. Whether he can repeat that, well, obviously only time will tell if that will be the case, but I think that is something they would like to have happen. All right, we are deep in the Lebanese half, but the Lebanese player now has it. He does a run, but he doesn't do it with a lot of momentum, so as a result, the Australian players are quickly able to surround him, and they are not able to get very far into the Australian half. They are in the middle of the pitch. They are now passing slowly, but the Australian defense is quickly catching up with them. I think they need to understand they really, oof. Oh, will this be the opportunity? Yep. I don't know why people are calling handball on the pitch. All right. I think there have just been some... a bit wide, ladies and gentlemen. Missed it by a hair. I will say this. There have been a lot of... I'd say dodgy calls and, well, yeah, I will obviously say maybe in a sledging sort of way, because there have been no instances of handballs, but players have been calling them out. Why they've been calling them out, I think it's just trying to trick the ref in a way. Obviously, the ref is smart enough to see that no hand has touched the ball so far besides the goalkeepers. The Australian goalkeeper has it. The Australian goalkeeper kicks it long, deep into the Lebanese half, but it goes over the Lebanese head, straight into an Australian foot, but it's quickly intercepted by the Lebanese. A very dangerous game the Lebanese goalkeeper just did. He did a short pass to his defender with Australian strikers near him. If I was in his shoes, I would have gone for the pickup. That is always the safest option as a goalkeeper to do. Always the safest. The Australian headed it, missed it by a hair. Missed it. I did not see where the Lebanese goalkeeper was. I did not see where the Lebanese goalkeeper was, but fortunately for the Lebanese team, the goal did miss by a hair. The wind is playing a factor in these, ladies and gentlemen. There have been lots of shots on target that the goalkeeper nearly didn't save, but wind has saved it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just got word we might be having a quick word from State MP Kylie Wilkinson soon. She will be on her way any moment now. In the meantime, back to the pitch. The Lebanese have it deep in their field. The Lebanese pass it midway. The Lebanese look like they are gaining some momentum. We will keep an eye on the action. They cross. Easy save for the Australian goalkeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, State MP Kylie Wilkinson. It's a pleasure to have you again.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here. It's a lovely day.
It is a lovely
and enjoying a lovely game of football.
Absolutely.
0-0. So it's, we're getting down to the last couple of minutes.
It is.
And so it will really see a lot of desperate football in the last couple of minutes, I'm sure.
Absolutely. A full credit to both sides' defence, wouldn't you agree? I think the Lebanese have had at least 30 attacking opportunities throughout this match, but the Australian defence has really held in there. Who are you rooting for, I'm going to ask? I know the answer to this.
I'm going to have to say Australia, but I'm sure Remy will be a bit torn, but I'm sure he'll be going for Lebanon.
Well, I did speak to Remy. He is obviously going for Lebanon as well, but at the same day, he would be very happy if the Australians win the match.
Yeah.
The Australian, full credit to the Australians. I have not seen defense like this at all. And keep in mind, the Australians have this is their second game today, and they have no subs.
Right, they're doing very well because it's really hot out there on the field, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've got a nice breeze here, but, that sun quite strong.
Yeah, well, you can start to see fatigue on behalf of the Australians.
Yeah.
A couple of their players have cramped so far, understandably so.
Yeah.
What do you think, as your expert, in your capacity as a soccer expert or a football expert, depending what you call it, what do you think the winning team will need to do to edge this one out?
I think they've just got to keep control. I mean, just got to find that last, a bit of guts in the last 5 minutes to work hard in defence and attack, and it's just going to come down to somebody making a mistake or the penalty shootout.
Well, I know you weren't here for the first match of the day was Lebanon versus Qatar. They went into a penalty shootout, and the Lebanese goalkeeper actually saved 4 goals.
Did he?
So I'm assuming the Lebanese are...
He'll be feeling confident then if he goes if this goes down to a penalty shootout.
So I think the Lebanese team on some level will gun for this if they can't penetrate the Australian defence.
Yeah. Right. I only started playing this game about 4 years ago. So
you play football?
I do play football. Yeah, I do have. I've played a lot of other sports.
All right, I'm going to predict the position you play and the other sports you play. Okay, I'm going to say you are a striker.
Yes. Not that I know how to kick the ball very well, but I do a lot of running and find
running helps as
free
a striker.
space. Yeah.
Running helps as a striker. I'm going to say basketball as well. You do see?
No, I'm too short for basketball. No, touch football.
So very similar to... Oh, actually, no, touch football is rugby. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Or close to rugby.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? I am considering now going into commentating based on how I've done so far. Send me your sports matches and I will commentate.
Okay.
You have a deal?
Yes, have a deal.
Right. MP Wilkinson, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the match, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was state member for East Hills, Kylie Wilkinson. She does love coming to these community events, and I think she actually had a very, very realistic point of view on what it will take the team to win. I think the chances now of this game going to penalty shootouts is sky high. Sky high. There is one Lebanese sub on that side of the pitch. By that side, I obviously mean opposite us. We will not be going to speak to him. Whether he will be let on, honestly, now is the time for him to be let on. I think the moment is now for the subs to... a very effective kick by the Australians, ladies and gentlemen. It curved in part thanks to the wind, as I'm sure... All right. I sincerely hope the players managed to calm down. Their players really need to calm down. I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen, but we move on. As you saw as that ball went out, you can see the curve thanks to the wind. Okay. All right. All right, we are having some abuse. We will try to ignore that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Whether the ref will take action on this or not, it's fine. Whether the ref will take action on this, we'll see. That is one. Okay. We are now starting to see some fighting inside the Lebanese team. That is obviously not what we want. We do have a ball coming towards us, and it's been caught by one of our little helpers. The Australians, much to their credit, have maintained their composure. They have maintained their composure. Obviously, in a match like this, you really do need to maintain your composure. It's high stress. It is warm. It is a very tight match. If you're going to start to lose your head, you will just not be out. You will not execute the opportunities you get. All right. The Australians have a good chance now. Yep, they're passing, they're stretching the Lebanese defense. Will he chip? Yeah, he chips. But it's a bit too strong, ladies and gentlemen. It was a bit unclear from where we were standing, but I believe it's a Lebanese goal kick. Nope, but it's kicked by one of the Lebanese defenders. All right. Oh, skillful. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, the Lebanese are doing a bit of sloppy shots on goal. The shots where they do try to pass the ball around, the Australian defense usually catches them. But usually when they take a shot, it's very straightforward shots towards the goalkeeper. An Australian player was tripped during the header attempt against the Lebanese. Lebanese are passing again. Will he chip? Will he chip? Oh! I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps not the best response from the Australian. If I was in his shoes, I would have let the goalkeeper capture it. Unfortunately, for the Australian side, it did go out, which means the Lebanese have prime opportunity. History has shown us so far that the odds is on the Australian defense side. That wasn't the best attacking option by the Lebanese. They did not chop, they just kept next to each other, and there were 3 defenders on them right off the bat. Okay, they pass it. Oh, but the Lebanese player slips, and as a result, the Australian player is allowed to up. The Lebanese goalkeeper is very far out. And to the penalty shootouts we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. To the penalty shootouts we go. All right. Australia has not had a match so far where they needed to go to penalty shootouts. The penalty shootouts the Lebanese did earlier, which they won. Their goalkeeper had a fantastic performance. Whether he can repeat that, obviously, things like that, they're generally flukes. They're not very predictable. But honestly, this game could go anybody's way now. I believe the boys will take a quick break before they go to the penalty shootouts. We as well will take a quick break until they resume the penalty shootouts, and we will be back live to catch the finale of this game. All right, thank you, ladies.